Red lights on, and away we go. We are racing for the 6 Hours of Imola. James Calado and Phil Hansen, and look at Kevin Magnussen down the inside of Hansen, looking for second place into Tamburello. Can't quite make it through. The two Toyotas side by side. Through comes the Peugeot. The Peugeot staying in front of the Alpine. The second Alpine trying to make up ground as well. That's the 35 car of Ferdy Habsburgen in LMG G3. It is the 46 BMW of Ahmed El-Hadi who makes it through. I missed my guess. All of the hypercars have made it through turns 1, 2 and 3 without drama. Nobody's been through the gravel, and they're already climbing the hill out of Tosa as we ride on board with Julian Andlauer towards the tail of the field.
Yeah, 3 cars already passed by the number 50 Ferrari starting from the back of the grid, but all sorts of rumbles going on in the middle pack.
Yeah, like Duval getting stuck in there with the BMW around Piratella, just sticking to the inside, but we saw one car just touch the gravel, didn't we, on the exit of the Villeneuve chicane, one of the Alpines. I believe it was Fred Makawiki, but he got away with it.
Nick Nielsen starting the 50 Ferrari at the tail of the hypercar field. He's already jumped both Astons and the 99 Proton competition Ferrari, Porsche. We ride on board with Mike Conway right in front of us, the tail of Kevin Magnussen. Conway with Brendan Hartley in the second black Toyota, and then Paul di Resta in the better of the two Peugeots.
And you see the Ferrari there, number 50. They had a terrible time yesterday. They had the speed to be up there with their teammate car 51, but all their laps deleted sees them at the back of the field in one of the fastest cars out there. You can just pick him out there, the bright red Ferrari. Watch out for their progress in this long race today.
Mike Conway trying to give himself a little bit of clear air behind Kevin Magnussen down to Tamburello as we ride on board with the 87 Lexus Petru Ambrescu, and that car currently in third place in LMG G3, but under pressure from the first form Porsche is the other Lexus, and that's Arnaud Robin, the red and black car. He's got the inside line, but the Porsche nearly gets around the outside. He holds on.
Yeah, that Lexus has got its air intake full of grass. It's been off the circuit.
A very hard place to try and overtake a Tamburello chicane on the outside. It can be done, but you need to have a lot of your car more than just alongside before the turning point. It wasn't quite the case there for the Porsche.
Yeah, a little gap back to that second Lexus, but the lead Lexus in third place as the rest of them sweep down the hill into Acqua Minerale. They go around a school playground and then climb up to Variante Alta, over the top of the hill and through this chicane.
Yeah, Kevin Magnussen being put under a lot of pressure there by Mike Conway in car number 7, Toyota.
Conway would love to get by Magnussen to try and latch onto the two Ferraris. We're on board with the third of them, Nick Nielsen. This is car number 50, the red car. Porsche in front of him. That is the number 5 car of Julian Andlauer. And there's the second Lexus, under real pressure from the Mustang behind. The Ford Mustang driven by Stefano Gattuso. 2 Italian drivers in that field.
That's the first Lexus,
that
because that Mustang is doing very well indeed.
Yep. Battle of V8s.
Always a tricky braking zone down that hill. The car doesn't really want to decelerate for you into Rivazza 1, but meanwhile, James Calado out in front with the sister car behind, the bright yellow Ferrari of Phil Hansen, just keeping check on where his teammate is, and here's a potential overtake coming up.
Yeah, it's the second Mustang. That's the 77 Proton competition car, the white nose. Bernardo Souza going around Darren Leung. He's gone the inside, gets into the braking area ahead, so he's picked off Darren Leung's McLaren.
And it looked like he had good exit speed coming out of Rivazza 2, but the actual straight line speed as well on top of that momentum seemed to be far better than McLaren. So yeah, that's something to look out for, obviously, with the other Mustang up just going out of your screen there.
Well, the Lexus famously has great top-end speed as well, so those two V8 engine cars particularly are quick in a straight line. And there is the McLaren under pressure once more from the bend. That's the 31 BMW with the orange highlights. That's Yasser Shaheen all over the back of James Cottingham in the other McLaren.
It's with BMW 1-2 here in very different conditions to what we got at the moment last year, but they have looked strong, including that pole position, of course. Both Alpines together towards the tail of this field, but it's very close to the middle order.
And actually the Alpines are together because on the grid between them was Paul di Resta's Peugeot that he's jumped ahead of Fred Mako. So di Resta's up to 6th, Makovici down to 7th, and so he's just ahead of teammate there in 35, Ferdy Habsburg.
Yeah, Paul di Resta getting a good start, and there weren't